Hi and welcome to the Institution of Health Science Product Training and Introduction. On today's tutorial, I'm going to be explaining to you the business models that we have at the Institution of Health Science. So currently we've got three different platforms that we work from. The Institution of Health Science, which is the broader spectrum company that then handles the distribution of the CellQuicken device, as well as maintains the Circle to Care affiliate network. Now, the CellQuicken device itself is what we call electromagnetic field therapy. This is a device that makes use of electromagnetic fields to then heal and restore your body to its optimal functionality. How do we do this? We do this by sending the corrective frequencies through to your body. How do I explain this to you so it makes sense, right? Because this is all weird sci-fi science. Well, think of your body as working like a battery. If a battery is fully charged, it's able to give energy or power to an appliance. Now, your body is basically made up of a bunch of batteries. So think about it when you put a bunch of batteries inside a flashlight. If the batteries are all fully charged, you get a nice bright beam of light coming from your flashlight. But as soon as the batteries start losing power, the flashlight might still work, but the actual quality and that beam that the flashlight is creating starts becoming less and less and less until eventually the flashlight dies. Now, your body works much the same. Your body is made up out of energy. So what does that mean? Well, energy can be measured via oscilloscope meter in hertz, but we can do this in a very easy application, and you'll find the video on the tutorial is available on our learning site with a general multimeter. Now, I know most people know that multimeters are used to measure electrical wiring in a house, but your body's got the ability to generate energy, to conduct energy, and then obviously store energy. So your body is all made up out of energy. That's why if you receive a big enough electrical shock, you can die. But the latter is also true. When you die, an electrical shock can actually bring you back to life. That's exactly what happens when a doctor defibrillates you in the emergency room. So we understand that energy has the ability to kill us, but also to bring us back to life. Then secondly, we've all played this game as kids, and that's where we rub a balloon on our arm or even on our hair, and what happens? The friction creates static electricity. So electricity can only be created if it can be conducted or then stored. So again, your body's got the ability to create energy. Even if you think about walking around in the house with socks and then all of a sudden maybe touching someone else, you get that little spark of electricity there. Then everyone in the science class has done this before, where you can actually hold hands and you can have an electrical current coming in at one end and actually distributing, and you are actually able to put light to a light bulb. So your body is energy. Energy can be measured in various forms and means within the human body. So you've got a blood pressure machine. No, it tests blood pressure, but blood pressure is actually a system in your body that requires enough energy, and if the energy is correctly, you are able to not be dizzy, not feel sick, and get up and sit down. So blood pressure is basically a way of energy in your body. You get an EKG, which is actually monitoring the output of your heart, the energy of your heart. We've got a sonar where they actually test and they can view then good and healthy cells within your body by the energy that it gets and receives from your body. Then let's see, what else is there? Oh, wait, X-rays, right? Dark and light. Again, energy being absorbed and energy being received. So all of your body is comprised of energy, and throughout the advances of medical science, we've discovered and we've developed different means of measuring energy. Now, what we've done at the Institution of Health Sciences, we've taken all of these different areas of expertise and we've combined it one single device. So if you understand that your body is energy, and energy comes then from within a cell, right? And a bunch of cells together actually all share the same DNA and RNA. And if you're familiar with the process that's called mitosis, you will understand that cells that share the same information or blueprint will then simultaneously or collectively create an organ. Maybe a heart, maybe your liver, maybe your brain. And all of those individual cells share a collective energy. So it's very important to make sure that the initial cell or the maintenance cells, because your body is constantly going through mitosis, it's the way your body actually keeps up and does its maintenance. So it's very important that all of the cells within your body are actually energized and energized with the correct energy. So energized cells altogether then form an organ. So these organs, again, within your body are then in charge of specific processes and metabolic systems within your body. So you need a healthy heart because your heart pumps the blood. The blood gives oxygen through to your muscles. Again, your muscles need to have the right energy and the right strength so that your legs are able to carry you, to walk, to run, to climb. So energy within your body is not just a single aspect. Energy comes through from every individual cell. So cells are charged then positively and negatively. And if we take one step even further back and we go into the revelations and the revolutionary science that's been developed over the last few centuries, if we think of Albert Einstein, Nikola Tesla, Dr. Raymond Rife, they've all come to the conclusion that we are all matter. Now, matter at the end of the day is atoms. And atoms are always moving. Atoms are energy. Now, you know the good theory that energy cannot be lost but can only be transferred or stored. So energy from in one cell to another cell needs to be transferred. Hence, we've got systems happening within your body. So the right energy in the right cells equals good, healthy organs. Healthy organs then in turn create a good, healthy body. So you need to make sure that your energy levels within your body is always at its best. So now you're going to ask me, why is this important? Well, over the last few years, they've determined that there is a specific measure for a healthy body, and that's about 50 millivolts. So if your body is performing below this level, you will actually create an environment where diseases and illnesses can set in. Above 50 is a good, sustainable, and as we go up on the spectrum, you'll be stronger, happier, healthier. Now, again, this is all the science stuff, and science doesn't always really make sense, but have you ever asked yourself the question, where do we come up with the saying that I feel so drained, or I just don't have energy today? Thought it was just a good saying, but in actual fact, you were talking about science all along. So now that you understand that your body is energy, energy comes within the cells that are actually coming from the atoms, and you need the correct amount of energy within your body to actually functional optimally. Now we take a step back, and as you would agree with me, over the last few years we've had some amazing technological advances when it comes to the devices available, from computers to cell phones to medical appliances, and even just things like a tablet. Think about a few years ago we were still sending faxes around, and I don't see any fax machines still standing around, but yet we've moved on. Now, in the application of science and technology and electronics and all of this, we've been able to do and conduct tests on the human body that allows us to not just determine the optimal energy level of a human being as a whole, but actually for its individual organs and processes within. So understanding that your organs are made up out of specific cells, those cells cannot share the same energy as another organ. So your heart and your liver both have energy, but they don't have the same energy. That's why your brain cannot tell your heart to produce cells that your liver are responsible for, the same as your liver cannot pump blood throughout your body. These organs all need each other, but these organs each have a very specific means and function within the human body. So we've been able to do diagnostic tests on your body, and we've determined the good, healthy state of each organ. Much like someone would tell you that a good resting heart rate should be between 60 beats per minute and 80 beats per minute. Again, it's called a parameter. Same with blood pressure, 80 over 120. Very few people know what that actually means, but you know that that is the normal body temperature. Everyone knows you start running a fever on 37 degrees. So again, it's the measurement or the parameter that we then determine a good state of health. We've applied all of this information and technology into the Cell Quicken device. and making use of the analyzer, we can now actually do a test on your body to determine how healthy a specific organ is. Not just that, but how good the functionality is of that organ, and how that organ's functionality then has an effect on your body. So let's take a step back. We're energy, we understand that, and your body needs specific energy and specific signals to run and function optimally. We've taken a device called the Cell Quicken, and by making use of what we call the analyzer, we are now able to do a screening on your body that covers 256 different measuring points to determine your state of health. Now, please make note that the analysis tool is not a diagnostic tool, which means we won't diagnose you with a disease or confirm that you might possibly have a disease, but it will give us very specific insights into your actual state of health. Now you ask me, why would this be important? Well, it all comes back down to, if you've watched the previous tutorials, the medical information disclaimer. Remember the medical professionals network that we make use of to design and develop the treatment programs to treat and manage your chronic, your acute, and any other related illnesses? That's why we've got the analysis. You might be diagnosed with something like high blood pressure. Do you know what caused your high blood pressure? Do you really understand what high blood pressure actually means? Did you know that there's about 4 different ways that high blood pressure can be caused, created, and affect your body? Now you know. So with the analysis tool, you give us an existing diagnosis. We make use of the analysis to actually compare the two. Comparing the two will actually give us a much broader picture and allow my doctor to start treating you where the cause is, the cell, the organ, the energy. So by understanding now that we know what the right energy level should be within your body, being able to analyze and determine if that energy is there or not, and taking in consideration your current medical history, we can design and develop a program that is absolutely foolproof and effective. No more generic pills and treatments like everyone else. No more just suffering from another disease of the week or illness of the year. We can now start treating you for who you are. We can start affecting that energy, getting you back in the morning saying, wow, I'm so re-energized, I'm so ecstatic, I am so bubbly, I am just electrified with energy and information. That's where we want to take you back to. So taking in consideration all of this information, it's actually very easy. We've gone and we've taken the science. We've made the science easy for you to just apply. Trust and rely on us, and we'll get you where you need to be, just like that.